Hey guys, it's Lee Taylor. That's the 2022 Genesis G70 Shooting Brake, and we're going to show you some of the really cool updates that come with this beautiful wagon body. Take a look on the inside at some of the features, as well as take it for a spin. This is a right lane quick shift, so stick around. If you're looking for an alternative to a midsize SUV, you might be looking at a premium wagon. And in that space, there's not that many options. You have the BMW 330 wagon, Audi's A4 Avant, the Peugeot 508, and the C-Class wagon from Mercedes. But now you have this, the Genesis G70 Shooting Brake, and it is absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at the lines on this thing. And in typical Genesis fashion, it offers plenty of form over function and gives the fear of God into its German rivals. It is truly a fantastic car. The G70 was already a fantastic looking car, and in the Shooting Brake version, it's, I dare say, the best looking car in the Genesis portfolio. I mean, no matter where you look, it's a beautiful sight. This gorgeous body, great lines. Out the back, you have a functional spoiler. And the back, me being a buttman, happens to be my favorite spot, because not only is it great to look at, but it's incredibly functional. You have an automatic hatch and tons of room. So the specialness of the G70 continues when you get it out on the road. And the Shooting Brake feels pretty much exactly like the G70 that we had a few weeks ago, the sedan model. There's not a lot of difference. So if you want to hear more about the interior, because we're not really going to talk about it too much on this particular review, being a quick shift, check out the link below or the one of the links here on the screen. Now the G70 Shooting Brake gets all the same features as the G70 3.3 Turbo Sport Luxe as standard, but you only get the 2-liter turbo model in the Shooting Brake. So you miss out on a little bit of power, which is the only bad news, because everything else is still absolutely fantastic. You have all the great safety tech, all the great park assist tech, the blind spot cameras, heated seats front and rear, the beautiful, beautiful looks. I love these quilted seats, and the driving experience that comes with a Genesis product with a sport edge. This car also has all the different modes: Sport Plus, Comfort, Eco, Custom. You also have the limited slip differential. Now that 2-liter, though down from the 3.3 turbo, which is a bit of a racy little engine, is not a slouch. It's got 173-ish kilowatts and about 375 newton meters of torque. And it sounds okay. My only problem is that they've made it, well, they've tried to make it sound like a V8 thanks to some artificial overlay in the cabin through the speakers. And we know that Hyundai motors, which own Genesis, can make a 2-liter sound good. You only have to look as far as an i30N or a Kona N to see that bit of treasure. But I guess they have to compete with the Germans, so they have to make it sound premium. And when I think of the G70 Shooting Brake, I don't think of a non-premium. I actually think about a lot of beautiful upmarket feel. This car feels, chassis-wise, nearly as good as a 330i. I mean, we're around no sweeper here, and it feels fantastic. About that noise, so just hear me out here, literally. That is not the noise of a 4-cylinder. Sorry, it just isn't. I appreciate their attempts, but it sounds good, like I said, audibly, but you know in the back of your head, this is not a rumbling V8. But that 2-liter is punchy. I don't have a lot to say bad about this car. It is a very, very good car. It feels premium in the hand. You can live with it every single day. The suspension's subtle, but in the right mode, really comes alive at the right speed as well. Everything's really dialed in really well. It feels premium and sporty without feeling too sporty. You can live with this car and, you know, really not need much else. You can still put the dogs in the back. It's a Shooting Brake. The original Shooting Brake was designed to carry the dogs and guns out for a hunt and come back home all in one go. No, you're not carrying guns around Australia, and hopefully you're not carrying guns in the back of your car, period, but you can still carry the dogs back there, get out, and come back, and no problem. There's very few cars in the segment that are this good. BMW 330, and this, that'd be my two picks. It's bloody good. So what's my final thoughts on the G70 Shooting Brake? Well, to begin with, it is an absolutely stunning piece of machinery. I mean, from every angle, this car looks fantastic. And in typical Genesis style, it's a great competitor against its German and French rivals like the 508 and the 330 wagon. So if you want a wagon with a bit of style, a bit of pizzazz, and plenty of sport, the Shooting Brake should be on the list. Can't see anything. Okay. Oh, there you are.